Okay, so today I want to run you through Instagram's new app called Edits, and Edits is only just been released. And today I wanted to give you a tutorial of what is Edits, how does it work, and how does it compare with Instagram, with CapCut, essentially. So if you haven't already, go and download Edits. The icon looks like this, and this is Instagram's new version of their editing app. Now, this is free to download. So I wanted to just show you what it looks like. And if you haven't used it, walk you through how to use it, and then also give you some comparison features of how this stacks up to CapCut, because essentially a lot of us use CapCut now as a free editing app. Now, I do pay for the pro version of CapCut, and that is because it has a lot of advanced editing features, which are so worth it for me, because it's one of the programs that I use every day, basically. Now, I guess to start off with, one of the things, if we're comparing CapCut and Edits, is that both of them have a free version. So CapCut, like I mentioned, does have a paid version, but in saying that, it's got plenty of free features that you can use to get going. Now, one of the things that was announced back in January. Now, the head of Instagram announced that Edits was coming back in January when the TikTok ban was in place for a whole, 14 hours or whatever. And during that time, they announced it then, and they said that this was coming in, what was it? March, they said. So it's now the end of April. So it's, about a month overdue. But anyway, we're happy that it's still released. So let's look at what Edits looks like, and then we can jump in and see what and how this actually works. So I'm just going to share my screen here and take you through. Okay, so when you get to the interface, it looks like this. And the main thing that we want to do is click here. Sorry, I'm just going to go back to where we are going. All right, so I am sharing my screen here as well. So I need for the features. Okay, so we're going to come to this main section here, and if you look on the right-hand side, now I have to try and move myself out of the way because I am streaming in StreamYard, and I need to potentially get myself out of screen. So let's try and move me over to the side here. Okay, so you can just see that there's a little plus button down the bottom here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to come up here and we're going to click on the media that we want to show. So in this instance, I'm going to go and click on the clips that I want, and then we're going to add that to the screen. So far, it's a fairly straightforward app. Now, if you have been used to using Instagram's app already, as far as editing, you'll see a lot of similarities. I guess the thing is, when you are used to using editing programs, it doesn't matter too much. They all are fairly similar. This is essentially where you'll put all your clips, and this line here is called your playhead, and this is what you're going to see up on screen here. So as far as CapCut and Instagram edits go, you're looking at similar things, as in you've got a plus sign here that you'll hit, and you can actually take a video or use your gallery. So we're going to click on that. And then you can add more, anything from your photos or video collection from there. So you can see that that's now added that onto the timeline. All right, so let's have a quick look at inside of Edits. So essentially, we're going to have all of our features along the bottom here, and then we're going to scroll across when we want to edit it. The first thing I'm going to note is Instagram doesn't have a desktop version of this, and for me this is really important because I do a lot of editing on my desktop. So first of all, here is why I think that Edits is great if you just want to get in, make your quick edits on your phone and get out, for specifically Instagram and Facebook. But if you do want to do more advanced editing techniques, and you do want to get in and you've got clunky fingers, then definitely this may not be for you. But let's have a look at it anyway. All right, so the first things that I want to show you is that in the audio section now, all of the trending music is directly inside the Edits app, which I really love, because if you go over to CapCut, they do have music in there, but I generally add my music inside the app, whether it's TikTok or YouTube or Instagram directly. So when I post to Instagram now, I post directly from Instagram and it pushes it through to Facebook. If I am going over to TikTok, I will take my clip and I will actually publish it directly from TikTok and add their trending music. All of the apps, all of the platforms love it when you use their features in there. So this is a great thing because any of your saved audio will already be in here and you can see all the trending audio. So that's a massive bonus to start with. So you can see here that if you have, if you're scrolling Instagram and you want to save audio, you can do it in here. All right, the next thing we have is that if we want to then write some text, so we're going to say Canberra district. So we've got wine tasting. Okay, so you can see here that my text, I can move it around with my finger. I'm literally just dragging that up. Now, if I put it there, you can see that it's white and it's hard to see. So then if I come down here to edit, you'll see that I can now change the color to any color, which is great. And then I can also change the style of text. So it can actually be animated right here. And then you can also put on different features. I like this actually. I really like the hard shadow and the block offset. To me, it is a great way of making your content pop that little bit more. And so you can go down here and see that you've got all the different text and things in there. All right, so we're going to click this one here. I like the offset. And then of course we can put a background behind it if we want as well. But for this one, we're just going to keep it like that. All right, we can align it, center or justify it. And then we can also change the font style as well here. So you can see here that I've got, this is very similar to what is in Instagram now. There's nothing in this section that is any different. So if you're used to making reels over in the Instagram app, then you'll see that this is the same. All right, so now when we go to add our text, we can see that down the bottom here, I can adjust that up and down based on where I want it to appear in my video. So that's the same as what's in Instagram. Probably the other thing I'll show you that I can create a voiceover for my video, and all I have to do is press that button and I can do a voiceover directly in here. Voiceover reels are becoming really popular at the moment, so you can see that I've got my voiceover here. All right, so now I want to do my captions so I can generate from the video itself. And if I click, it will automatically generate those captions and then I can edit. Again, this is no different to what you can do inside the Instagram app right now. So if I click on here, I can, of course, do the same editing as far as putting a background on it, changing the color and changing the font size. So none of this is any different really, apart from this section here, which is the animation of where it comes in, the style of it, how it appears. Apart from that, there's nothing too different from the Instagram reel. All right, this is another one that is actually different. You can press this button here and I'll just go back out, go right to the bottom and you've got overlay. And the overlay button allows you, and I'm just going to scroll up here so you can see me talking on one of my videos. Let's find it. Where was it? I had it yesterday. Here we go. Okay, so all I'm doing here is just grabbing one of my talking head videos and it's going to load it up and it's going to overlay it on my video. Think of it like a green screen effect. If you were doing a green screen effect, that's how I would see it. So now if I place my finger over it and I drag it around, I can position that anywhere I like in the actual video. And now I can have that as a green screen effect. But it's not really a green screen effect because it's not a cutout. So if I press that cutout button, you can see there that it will now track and cut out my head and automatically add it in there. So done. Now it will only do 30 seconds at a time. So if you've got a video that's 45 seconds, you're better off going over into CapCut to do this style of video editing. And you can see there that now I've had my background and it's just my head in there. Okay, so that is another feature that it has. All right, what else have we got in here? So we've got voice, we've got captions, we've got overlay. The other thing I really like inside the Edits app is the is the sound effects. So you can actually put in different sound effects in here. So it's got action sound effects. So if you want to do a boing, comedy, laughs, a reaction. So I love sound effects. If anything, as far as video goes, I think sound design is really important because it really does add so much to your videos when you're making reels. So you can just tap on any of those sound effects and they will come up. So I like that. And you can see that it's added it there on the timeline. All right, so when we go to edit, what else is new? So stickers, that's nothing new. That is already what's in the Reels app now. So if I want to go click and return, so again, that's the same. That is a sticker that you'll find in the Instagram app. So far, there's nothing apart from the cutout feature that is different here. What I do want to show you is how you can actually add overlay. So you can actually now add essentially B-roll. That's what it would be. I was down at the QT Hotel and I'm just going to add an image over the top. So traditionally in Instagram, if you are just editing your reels, you haven't been able to do overlays of B-roll or cutaway footage. You'd have to go into CapCut to do that. So you can see here, I can now click on that and I can stretch it out with my fingers. And now it can be B-roll over the top of my content. And of course, I can shrink it down and move it as I need. So I do like that. There's no limits on, I mean, you can add as many clips on top of clips as you like, which is good. But if I wanted to also, let me just mirror that where I am. I can go across the bottom here and I can actually flip that on the other side by clicking the mirror button. So if I wanted to put my head over this side and put this clip over on that side, I can do that as well. So all of that is all fairly stock standard. If you want to click on a clip to edit it, you just press the split button here. And I'm just going to minimize myself on screen so you can potentially see me better. There it is. Okay, so you can see here that you can adjust the speed, obviously, of your clip, but there's no speed ramping. So speed ramping is where you can make the clip go faster and slower, where in edits, you can just make the clip go fast or slow. So it doesn't have the speed ramping effect. The other thing that, so you've got your green screen here. Look, there you go. You can see me. And I can do a green screen effect in here, which is awesome. I actually really love this feature. I think that's probably one of the biggest benefits of being able to do that inside this app. And again, everything else is fairly stock standard. If you're used to editing inside the actual Reels app, this won't be too unfamiliar. All right, so now if I look at the main differences between CapCut and the Edits app, I would have to say that for me, I'm still going to use CapCut right at this stage. The simple reason is because one, I really love that I can use it on my desktop. Two, I like to use the advanced editing features inside CapCut, such as keyframing. So keyframing is where I can make myself or text animate and move around the screen. And unfortunately, you can't do that in the Edits app. The other thing that I do love, however, I should jump in and say is, let me just jump in and bring that back up for you, is that you can actually get insights out of this now. So if I click over here, I can press this little button over on the side, and you can see here that I can see my current reels and I can see the views and all my insights I can actually view from inside the Edits app as well. So that is another feature that I really do like of the Edits app. Overall, my feedback is if you are starting out using editing and you just want basic editing on your phone that's fast, use the features inside this app because I would edit in the Edits app over editing in Reels on Instagram because you can do more. That's how I look at it. However, for me, because I like to repurpose content, because I like to use more advanced editing features, I'm still going to use CapCut because if I start adding clips on my phone and then I want to go and edit it further on my desktop, I can switch between devices. And I would really love to see Instagram come out with being able to use a desktop version of this as well. Otherwise, let me know in the comments. Have you used edits? What do you think about it? What features do you think that they can actually add to it? For me, I think speed ramping, and also some templates, and that's the other thing I do like about CapCut. I think it's really easy to access the templates if you want to use them on there as well. But for me, definitely teleprompter. That is definitely one of the things that I use inside CapCut is their teleprompter, and I like that I can use the green screen with the teleprompter as well. But overall, I think it's definitely an improvement on the editor that's inside the Reels app now. I love that you can publish directly to Facebook and Instagram. I love that you've got trending music in there, and I can see my insights in there. So for me, I would definitely use edits if I want to push out content directly from my phone out to something. But when it comes to editing, you need a pen with the soft top on it so you can move things easily. Otherwise, it can get pretty clunky with poor eyesight and numby fingers. So let me know in the comments, have you used it? Would you use it? For me, at this stage, I'm still going to continue to use CapCut until those things have been featured. But otherwise, it looks like a good app, and I feel like it can only go up from here. That's all from me. Let me know in the comments. Is this IG interface? Yes, it is, Ali. It is an IG interface. So you have to download the app first. It is a separate app to IG. So if you go in, download, it is a free app. So you can just go in, click on it, and just download it, and it'll connect to your Instagram app. So you just got to log in, and it'll pick up your Facebook and Instagram from there. And then you can make your content and push it out directly. So yeah, otherwise it's a good basic editor. That's probably how I can describe it. And if you're new to editing and you want to edit on your phone, then definitely give it a go. All right.